We have with the Marcellus Shale plan, I'll just stick with the impact fee here, is it would be adopted by the counties. It would allow for up to a $40,000 per well fee in year one. That maximum fee would then decrease in the subsequent years, but revenue is projected to grow, however, based on the increase in the number of wells being drilled. It would be a 75-25 local-state split. The lion's share of that state money would be used for transportation projects there in the Marcellus Shale regions. And drilling companies would be eligible for fee credits if they make certain investments in natural gas infrastructure. And I do want to get back to that point, Governor, to ask you about those in a bit. But I believe we should just start with, in general, what do you want to accomplish with these impact fees?
Well, first off, what we're talking about is an industry that's in its infancy and is part of the economic recovery. It's a cornerstone, the economic recovery of Pennsylvania. And it is providing thousands and thousands of jobs through portions of Pennsylvania that have been economically depressed and job depressed for many, many years. Take a look at Lycoming County. I think it's at 5% unemployment. Bradford County is at the same area. Lycoming, Williamsport is the fastest growing metropolitan area, seventh fastest growing in the country, obviously fastest growing in Pennsylvania. Mm-hmm. So we have a lot of future here, but one of the things we have to do is develop this responsibly, and there's a huge environmental section to our plan, and I hope that people go and look at the plan on our governor website. There's a lot of proposals to the regulations, a number of different things. Impact fee is only part of that. And the reason we call it a fee and an impact fee is that there is an impact in the communities, not only to the roads, but to the school districts, to the community itself. And we designate all those potential impacts out there. But they're in the counties in which the gas is being drilled for and being located. And being processed. So, those are the counties that should receive, in my opinion, the income to make up that impact. And it should be the county commissioners make the determination, do they want to tax to put that fee on or not? That's the most important thing. And then they will get to determine how that money is shared. There is a formula to the townships that are directly impacted that they will share with them, to the townships that are indirectly impacted with that. We gave a formula for that, but it will be the county commissioners or the county council, whichever it may be, that will make that determination. The state will get a portion of that money for various things, like PEMA needs money, and you want to have your emergency management people ready in case there's a problem, fire at one of the wells or something. The fire commissioner's office will get some, and then PennDOT will also get some. When we talk about transportation, in much of that region, we're talking about the roads and the bridges in that region, so it will provide additional money to the roads and bridges in that area. Keep in mind, Pennsylvania has more state roads than I think any other state in the union.
Yeah, I've heard that too.
Most states, the roads are either county or local roads. Mm-hmm. It turns out in Pennsylvania, very few counties own the roads. I think Allegheny County owns them, but the state owns them. So there is an impact to those roads.
The 25% that goes into state programs, was that a compromise on your part? Because I remember hearing you talk about how you wanted it all to go to local.
No, I wouldn't say it was a compromise. It was, and keep in mind, there was nobody to compromise with. It was we were working on this internally.
Yeah, but you're talking to other people as you're putting the plan together to make sure you get something that can pass, right?
But also you're taking a look at it and saying, well, what do we need? Where do we need it? And a lot of people complain that I move too slowly. I'm very deliberative. Keep in mind, my background is that as a prosecutor, you build your case, and that's what we're doing here. And I think this proposal is a very legitimate proposal to deal with the balance of the needs of the community, to balance the needs of the state, and to help develop the industry. Because frankly, I believe in 10 years from now, this is an industry that is going to provide over hundreds of thousands of jobs. Now, the one aspect that we talked about in the beginning of the first question, though, was the tax credit also. Mm-hmm. Well, that tax credit is there to encourage the natural gas industry, to encourage markets, the development of markets. We need to encourage the development of markets for the use of that natural gas here in Pennsylvania. That can be retrofitting whole fleets so that they use natural gas for their trucks. And for instance, if you're talking about a transportation company, one of these long-haul companies, if their fleets move over to natural gas, I believe the number I'm told is because of the price difference, you're saving about 70% of the cost of your transportation. That's a huge savings that can be used to hire more people and do whatever. Importantly also is it's the cleanest burning fossil fuel that we have out there. It's better than the emissions coming from a car, whether it's running on gas or on diesel. So that it's a win-win situation. So we're encouraging that kind of development.